Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to 5-Tier Podcast. Welcome to X. Hope everyone is doing well. This will be a Q&A stream once again. You have me until 10:30, just so everyone's fully aware. You got me for 45 minutes. Before we get into the Q&A, so it's going to be your questions. So it's whatever you put in the comments. I will do my utmost to respond. First things first, though, we have another one.
We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild.
Welcome to Arsenal Christian Norgard. Now, I don't know if many people pay attention to my previews that I do. Norgard is one, every time we play Brentford, is always mentioned. Sometimes he's actually one of the 5 to watch as well. I have no issues with this. What, £10 million, 2 million add-ons? Got no issues. 12 million quid. That's what we pay for Jorginho. And Norgard adds a little bit more threat than Jorginho does, with aerial threat. So I have absolutely zero issues with Norgard coming to the Arsenal whatsoever. Quickly just cover what's actually in the headlines. Obviously, Madueke is a Gooner. You will see over the next week, I'd say, the announcement, I would have assumed. Now, there is a possibility that he actually flies back from the US, because technically it will be ours, because the documents will be exchanged today. So it would be mad to leave him over in America when he's technically ours. So we'd get him back, do the medical and all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if he going to be flying back any day now. The million, I was going to say $1 million baby then. $1 million, I've just said dollar again. £1 million Gooner is obviously Olivia Smith. That will go through fairly soon. There will be a little bit of a wait because we've got to get extra documentation to get it through. But yes, we're signing 20-year-old, I think she's 20, from Liverpool for £1 million, which is a transfer record fee. So absolutely outstanding. Gyokeres Eze should be here we goes in matter of hours, days. Simple as that. So I'm hoping that covers pretty much everything. Don't be too surprised, to apologise if this does happen. Don't be too surprised if there's a here we go for someone else before these two. Arsenal, unfortunately, well, actually, it's not unfortunate, but it's just the way that business is. Don't really care about the meltdowns. They just don't. We're trying to get all the other little bits and bobs that we want to done first in the door before we obviously outlay a lot of money for what will be Eze and Gyokeres. So the here we go, maybe for someone else first. It wouldn't surprise me. We still need that defender. Mosquera is the one that we got in green. I do expect that to go through. I'm not 100% sure if he's back from holiday, but I don't think it's too much longer. We're obviously in Spain, which obviously helps logistics. So that wouldn't surprise me if that's a here we go pretty soon as well. So yeah, just bear that in mind. It may not necessarily be Eze or Gyokeres in the next because it could be Mosquera. Anyway, let's get into the comments because you've only got me for 40 minutes left. Big up to Den AFC UK. Morning, Bobby. Morning, Gooners. Big up to Tubaka saying, good morning, Bobby. Do you think Gyokeres or Eze, here we go, comes next? I've covered that already, Tubaka, but I do think it could possibly be someone else first. It wouldn't surprise me. Look, at the end of the day, business is business, and some deals are extremely easy just to finalize. Some are not so easy to finalize. So Mosquera could be the one that's next. Who knows? I kind of expect it to be someone else, but we'll wait and see. I'm just giving you a heads up and a friendly warning that it may not necessarily be Gyokeres or Eze. Trossard to Turkey, very, 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 very likely. Looks like he'll be going to Fenerbahce. Fabio Vieira to Parma, very, 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 very likely too. But I can guarantee he's definitely leaving no matter what. Big up to Tahiro saying good morning to you, Bobby. Good morning to you. Big up to the commander. Hope we get Rodrigo. That situation should become clear. I'm going to say within 14 days. I feel like a postal service when I say this, but I expect that to be much, much clearer between the 14 days. Madueke joins. He does indeed, and I'm happy to see him. Look, I'm pretty sure on a Chelsea preview as well, I spoke highly of Madueke. I've got absolutely no issues with him. He does have to hone some of his skills, but he is a very good youngster, and he's going to do a very good squad role for us. So I've got absolutely no issues. Yep, Zinni will be leaving as well. Currently, West Ham are in pole position for him. Michael Harris, big up to you. Hope you're doing well. Are we getting Rodrigo? We are definitely favourites. It is to be seen how Real Madrid play this. Yes, it's a lot in Rodrigo's corner, but also Real Madrid's, depending on how they want to work a deal. I'm sitting here very relaxed to hear about the situation of VG, Eze, and Rodrigo. Yeah, I'm totally chill. It goes without saying that now that Madueke has signed for the club, fans have to give all the support he needs, regardless of resident. Thank you very much, Temi. I'm going to leave that up there for a minute, just so everyone kind of gets on the same page, because I am in total agreement with this. I don't like the fact that a lot of stuff has happened on X. I don't like the fact that, unfortunately, his camp were advised to do something, which he did do, just because of some numbskulls. And they are numbskulls. I'm sorry, but anyone that doesn't want a player to come to our club is mad. I've seen some horrendous signings over the years, many, many, many signings that I've not been happy with. Glenn Helder comes to mind. Franny Jeffers didn't work out at all. Chris Kwomia, for obviously personal reasons. Richard Wright, personal reasons. But there's been a lot, and we've all supported him. And I expect us all to support him as well. Now, a lot of people don't quite get that Madueke wasn't a first team starter at Chelsea for whatever reason. Obviously, just hasn't worked out. Not his type of player, maybe for Maresca, but that's fine. It happens. But he was a very good player before he came to Chelsea. He played very, very well for the under-21s. I have no issues. I think he will be a very, very good addition. Morning to Starkey. Mohammed saying Eze on Nelson to Palace. Nelson will leave as well. Great to see the incomings on the women's side as well. What a statement we're making. I did say, didn't I? I did warn you. It's not just going to be the men's that are going to make a statement. It's also the women, and women are making a huge statement. It's a beautiful time to be an Arsenal fan, personally. Big up to Chris. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I like this one. Good morning and all salutations, Bobby. I love that. Love that. It's made my morning. Any truth to Zinni and Trossard leaving? I'm about to start crying. Zinni and Trossard, yes, will leave 3 to 4 weeks. I expect that all to be done. Could be a lot quicker with Trossard. Zinni, there's quite a lot of clubs wanting Zinni, so it could be interesting where exactly he goes, but West Ham currently are in the mix now. Big up Bobby. Who needs Saudi for Chelsea when they've got Arsenal? Again, I've not issues with this. The payments are just brilliant. The wage is brilliant. The young profile, I'm happy with it, I'll be honest. Is there interest from Chelsea and Rodrigo? Well, Chelsea are interested in pretty much every single player in the world, so but in all seriousness, I don't expect them to be a problem, if I'm honest. Martinelli better stats than Madueke last season. In all fairness, though, Tim, Madueke came off the bench a lot, didn't start a lot. So I have no issues with it because he's been. No, he will have a break. He will have a break. That's what I'm saying. I think because the documents are being exchanged today, it wouldn't shock me if he then flies back, has his holiday, and we have him. What, end of July? He might join the American tour at the end. Is it true that Madueke has almost 20 million in performance-related add-ons? There is a lot of add-ons. Big up to Miles. Thank you very much. Personally, I'm not impressed by your transfer window. Very underwhelming at the moment. Supermendi, only good signing, but even that's unknown. No other club wanted Madueke and Norgard. Fair enough. Any news on Christian Mosquera? You'll find out fairly soon. Could happen over the weekend, could happen today, who knows. Rodrigo, I think I've covered it. I hope that has Gamer. I don't fear Arsenal guys until you get a new manager. I think that someone else, here we go, is Mosquera. It probably will be, in my opinion. Why is media not reporting Gyokeres? I don't know what's the hold up. You'll find out. Like I said, I'll do a show that covers the whole striker situation once it's all in sorted. Yes. There you go. Does Arsenal sign a left winger? I'm 99.9% sure we will sign a left winger. It is one of our main targets. There are many options. Now, I do need to bear this in mind, okay? Rodrigo is number one target. Currently, it does look like he will come to Arsenal. There are two other options that is very possible. Now, Gordon is one. The other one is Lookman. Okay, so it is currently Rodrigo, Gordon, and then Lookman. They are the three. So as long as everything goes well, Rodrigo, price-wise, salary-wise, salary is probably not going to be an issue in all fairness. It's going to be fairly close to what Havertz is on. But we need to get that price right. And the payments. The structures are always the most important. Big up to G. So the next here we go could be, yeah, unfortunately it could be. Hang on. I need to check. Give me a moment. I need to check the diary. Let me just check. Sorry, I'm just double checking right now. Let me just check. Yep, medical is still booked, but these can be changed very quickly. Don't expect someone else for the here we go. We all know the next three are either going to be Gyokeres, Eze, or Mosquera. I don't expect anything else at the moment. I think it will be a very stupid PR thing to do if Arsenal announce anyone else right now. I really do think. Don't not expect it, because Arsenal don't really think about it. They just do whatever. But I think it'd be a stupid PR thing to do if we didn't announce Mosquera, Eze, Gyokeres next and just announce someone else that I know about. But yeah, it would be madness. Any plans to hit the casino? Not right now. Good morning to Dean. You almost caught me out again this morning. Hope I haven't missed much. I hope you haven't, mate. I do apologize. Like I said, I have to try and fit these in for when I can. And you've got me for another half hour. So I do apologize. I don't have any warning sometimes that, I've got time to do a stream. So Madueke are good for Brentford level, but not top club level personally. No, it's fine. Like I said, they're squad players anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Estimate date. I think everything will become a lot clearer by the end of this weekend, in my opinion. Big up to Jamal. Any updates on outgoings? Trossard is the most likely to be leaving first. Then you're very close by Fabio Vieira, Cine. Nelson will leave. There could be couple of surprise departures. We'll wait and see. But there are a few in amber that are possible, but they have to get the price right. If the price are not right, then yeah, it's not happening. Big up to Tahoe asking, yes, we are in for Lauren James. She is currently in amber. I have the same system for the women's game as the men's game, rightly so, because they're exactly the same in my opinion. But yes, Lauren James currently is negotiating with Arsenal. We'll wait and see if that happens. Good morning to Damalaire. Good morning to Geeks. Thank you very much, as always. Sharing the love, as always. I'm glad you like Madueke. I'm infused about it. Yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to it personally. Non-14. Yeah. Non-14. I don't know what that means. I'll be honest. Sorry, I don't. Well, this is what I've been on about, isn't it? I've been on about us improving the squad. That is what we are doing. We have got one hell of a squad, and you can't knock that. You cannot. I don't know anyone that can knock the squad depth that we're going to have next season. And that was our Achilles heel last season. Was, we were getting injuries here and there. We were pushing people that shouldn't have been playing because we didn't have any cover. We are covering every angle possible this season. So, yeah, I personally, I love it. Okay, that's your opinion. That's yours. You're entitled to it. I think he will be a very good squad player, and I think he'll get better. Now, people only need to quickly look at one thing. Now, look at Madueke's dribbling skills compared to Martinelli's dribbling skills. You will notice that Madueke has better dribbling skills than Martinelli. And now a lot of people have problems with Martinelli. I will also comment very, very quickly on Grealish was £100 million signing. How did that go for Man City? Madueke is going to cost slightly over £50 million. We're spreading the payments. He's not going to be on a lot of money. He's 23. He has the under-21 championship under his belt as a trophy he's actually won. I have zero issues with this at all. Look, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at the end of the day, we're going to get the majority of the money back if it doesn't work out. It's not an absolute fortune. And don't forget, transfer fees nowadays cost an absolute bomb. So I think, personally, I'm fine with it. And we're giving Saka some cover. So, again, don't have an issue. If Madueke was good, how come fans are happy he's gone? If Norgo was good, how come Frank doesn't? Well, it's one of those. It's wherever you sit on opinions. For me, Chelsea needed money, and they do. They needed money. I just don't have an issue with it, and I will continuously defend Madueke signing. If it doesn't pan out, then I'll be like, oh, okay, it's what it is. I don't see the head loss, and I definitely don't agree with what was being put on X. Well said. Exactly. Keep Kivior. Right, I will state very clearly. Kivior at the moment is going nowhere because no one is giving the money that we require. So at the moment, Kivior is going nowhere, but that could change. Don't forget, we are 11th of July. The window doesn't close till the 1st of September, so I've got no issues. Must be the only fan that's happy. Well, I look at football in a very different way. You know this, and I do all my previews. And I've always highly rated Norgard, and I've always rated Madueke. And the reason I put them in my 5 to watch is because I like them. I like them personally. Now, I'm a very different type of fan. Everyone knows this about me. I am very open to taking a risk now and then. Now, is Madueke a risk? Yes, of course he is. Of course he's a risk. Every signing is a risk. Technically, we can look at Gyokeres as being a risk because the Portuguese League and the Premier League are different. We know this with Fabio Vieira. I was very hopeful about Fabio Vieira. It just didn't work out. He wasn't big enough. He wasn't strong enough. I don't have that concern with Gyokeres. I know he's big enough. I know he's strong enough. So I have no issues with Gyokeres. But it's still a risk. Every signing is a risk, no matter who you sign. You know, you can look at Liverpool with Wirtz. That is a risk. It's a huge outlay. Everyone knows this about me. I love Wirtz. I signed him in my own transfer window, but it's still a risk. You know, so it is what it is. That 12,000 is so sad, people. Well, all I will say for those people that have done this stuff on X and made it quite public, there is a team out to get you. Trust me. There is a team out to get you, and they will find you, and if necessary, will ban you from going to football games. So hope you enjoyed signing a petition. Morning to Brenny. Hope you're doing well. Noni is good. He will deliver. Let's get Gyokeres and Eze deals finalised. Great for the women's team to have signed Smith. Let's also get Martinez from West Ham and a Spanish midfielder. Yes, I kind of get where you're coming from there. I just think that both squads, women's and men's, are going to be epic. They really are. We're all going to sit down on the 2nd of September and go, wow. It's one of those film scenes, you know, when you have coitus with your partner and you sit in bed and have a cigarette after. We're going to be like that on the 2nd of September. Now, obviously, don't recommend smoking. You can have a drink or a favourite tipple or have a J2O or whatever. But yeah, it's one of those. He can outperform like Havertz. Havertz has proved people wrong, has he not? I love Havertz. I always have. Do I think he fits our system? No, but he does the best he possibly can. Madueke does fit our system. He does need to improve in certain aspects, but I think he can do it. Morning to Silver One. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Please give Silver One much love. He deserves it. Are the personal terms for agreed? Yes, everything is agreed. It's in green for people that know what I'm on about. Silver One is happy with our signings for the men's and women. That's always good. Any breakthrough in Gyokeres talk? You will find out this weekend. There has the media are covering stuff. I know what the problem is, and it's not even a problem that affects us. Not a problem that offends Gyokeres. It's a problem that affects Lisbon. Now, teams like to be as friendly as humanly possible. In this case, I personally think Arsenal should just go raise the middle finger and just walk away, personally. However, we like to keep relationships. So there's something that's holding something back, but I'm not concerned with Gyokeres at all at the moment. Tony said, "More. How are we? Any change for? Nope. All good. Morning to the chat. Big up the Silver One. Yeah, well, it's all different opinion, isn't it? It's all different opinion. I just personally think he's going to that they are good squad players, and we're not paying out an absolute fortune. I've done the eye test with Noni. I've always liked what I've played. Yeah, exactly. Big up to Tim. Same, welcome, Madueke. I love that. What price do you think Eze goes for? Slightly below the release clause, in my opinion, with quite a few add-ons, if I'm honest. Chelsea would insist on a load of add-ons and inflate the fee, even if it was stupid. It was 2 million. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to say a word about that. Yes, indeed. Big up to Ali J. Morning, but if you listen to Arsenal fans, sounds like Noni is last signing pathetic. Yeah, I know, it's absolutely mad. If we sign Gyokeres, Eze, Rodrigo, and Madueke, then I'm happy. Good. I can't rule that out, to be honest, because I do think that is a big possibility. After Gyokeres, Eze, expect any further income is later in the window. Yeah, I do expect us to be busy up until the last day. Now that is more to do with market opportunities, possibly to try and get a DM. We do want another DM. I want another DM. I want to rate this window a 10 out of 10. I'll be honest. And the only way that we're going to do that is if we get another DM. So we'll wait and see. But it's all depend on outgoings and how much money we can bring in. Moni, you mentioned there could be a here we go for a player who is not Mascara at Gyokeres. Assuming you can't give us a name, is it a name that's been out in the media? I'm trying to think. Has he been out? Trying to think. I don't think he's been out in the media. I don't think. I don't follow the media that much, unfortunately, Aaron. But I don't think he has. I'll come back to you. Important that Arsenal and Real Madrid have a good relationship. Well, it's not the greatest, Philham, if I'm honest. But yeah, I do kind of get where you're coming from. But yeah, it's not the greatest. It used to be good until we played them this season. The kid will turn around the hate Ramsdale 2.0. Oh, do you remember that? Jesus. That was a mental one, wasn't it? How soon do we start falling in love with Ramsdale? I'm telling you now, imagine Wolf and Verstappen and Gooner and Hamilton. Jesus. Hato is a possibility. Watch this space. If we were here to get, do you think it would be in time for the United game? Right. So if we were to sign him, yes. I don't, because he needs a holiday. 2 weeks. Yeah, easy. I think so. I saw the video of Zuba Mendy's medical with the doctor. Looked painful and intense. Should have put an 18 certificate on it. Yeah, we don't hold back on that. Do you still expect to be done? Sorry if you... No, we will. I do expect it to be done personally. Jesus could leave. Yes, very, very possible. I'm happy with fixtures. We have favourable start in the end of the season, which will boost our odds. True, our games are in summer and spring break. Thank Lord, but our fans not happy with big games in midweek. Oh, well. Any surprise signings? Is Vlahovic a possibility, given he may be available for free? Vlahovic will be an interesting one to watch. Now, there's a lot of clubs that are obviously waiting to see what exactly happens with Vlahovic. I've always said, don't rule out 2 strikers. I still don't. I still don't rule out 2 strikers incoming. But Vlahovic is going to be an interesting one, I'll be honest. Me and Carlisle fans never agree. No, you don't. Good morning, Bobby. Will Yok and Eze meet the boys in Spain? I do expect them to. Do we break the transfer record twice in one window for Lauren James? I don't know. Possible. I think she might just be below. I'm not sure. I'll be honest. Sambi Lukonga to leave. Yes, 100% he's leaving. Chelsea by 2040. 85% of footballers would have passed through Chelsea, blame the Premier League. Well, this is the thing. They buy everybody, don't they? If Berta doesn't get Gyokeres, he can fuck off with Arteta and his dog. Don't worry. I'm not worried at all. 6 players. Oh, I get why people, because obviously a lot of people don't like Chelsea, right? I'm not a great fan of Chelsea. Not a great fan of their owners. But at the end of the day, Chelsea do own about 9 million players. So they've got a good amount you can buy from. Plus, because of that squad that they've got, it's a lot easier to do deals with them because they know that they are under pressure to get a decent amount in. And so they kind of lose some negotiating stance. So it's an interesting one. But I have no issues with this. I really don't. How much is the upfront part of the Madueke deal? I believe it's about what I said. It's about 40 million, I believe. It's not on the system yet for the actual money. That will be on here later because obviously the documents are being exchanged today. But yeah, that will be later today. Yeah, our lucky least we are doing business. I've got to watch my club get worse. We will be lucky to get 16th next season. Oh, that's my Rebel. Hello, Rebel. Sorry, I honestly, for a moment there, Rebel, I actually thought you were an Arsenal fan. I was thinking, what? Mate, relax. United do have a plan. Just be patient with yours, because you will have to. Pretty much like what Tottenham have been. All of a sudden, it will just kick into gear because they're doing so much behind the scenes. Once it gets released into the media, it will just be a constant out. Big up Bobby. Think Arsenal fans need to realise that Saka had his first major injury. If we want him to stay fit and play well consistently, he needs competition and cover. Thank you very much. Well said. What if Big Gabby gets injured? I'm not concerned. Like, obviously, if we do manage to keep Kivior, and by the way, if Kivior does go, we will be going into the market 100%. Right? So I'm not concerned about anyone that was to leave, because we will have backup plans for every scenario. And this includes people that are never going to leave the club. We have backup plans. So I'm not concerned. 18th October, Mark Hughes versus, oh, Jesus. Tasty, innit? Tasty. Is there any possibility Jesus leaves? Do we need to sell Martinelli as well for Rodrigo? Somehow our fan base thinks we will get either Eze or Rodrigo. No, the plan is to get Eze and Rodrigo. That's the plan. Does Martinelli need to go? No. Does Martinelli probably want to maybe consider going? That's on him. Rodrigo will be coming in as the number one starter. Martinelli will be the backup to Rodrigo, technically. They will swap around, and Rodrigo will sometimes play in different positions as well. Don't forget, he is versatile, Rodrigo. So it's not going to be left wing, that's it. He is versatile, just like Martinelli's versatile. Hato is a possibility. I back every player Arsenal sign. Big up to you, gamer. Well done. A potential bench at Old Trafford. Match day 1. Kepa, Calafiori, White, Marino, Norgard, Madueke, Martinelli, Eze, and Havertz. No space for Ethan White. Exactly. Thank you very much. Apart from you have put White twice. Just saying. Just saying you've put him twice. But no, well said. Every season fans complain that Saka needs it. I know, it's lovely. I do find this funny because I've seen it so many times. You know, it's just I don't know who they think we can get that's going to be a backup to Saka and happily be a backup to Saka. It's like everyone saying, "Oh, Kudu, Gibbs White." Are they going to be happy playing as a backup to Saka? I don't think so. Madueke knows exactly what he's going to be, a squad player. That is it. He has to earn the right, just like most players do, to be a first teamer. So yeah, there is stuff on Madueke that's too far on Cross's line. Yeah, well, they will be hunted down and happily. Great. The club need to put those clowns that signed that. Absolutely. Yeah, don't worry. We'll sort it. Well, the plan is we can. And if Arsenal want a 10 out of 10 window, they're going to have to. But no, there's many options for DM. So I'm not too worried right now. We also have to wait to see who goes out. So Carlisle fans rather have all trips to London, Cornwall in winter. Seriously, they need to get a life. Madueke also dribbles with his head up. Yeah, I know. Thank you very much, Tim. I'm going to leave this up for 5 seconds. There we go. La, 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 la. Thank you very much. Just saying. Weekend meeting Sunday. Yes. I expect some big news in the next 3 days being fed to the media. I really do. I'm not impressed with Noni, to be honest, but he is a good squad player. Just get Eze and Gyokeres. We need a natural fullbacks. Well. The only thing I can say about this is whilst Arteta's at the club, you're not going to get it. Because he likes fullbacks that can drop into centre back. It's as simple as that. We scouted left backs, we scouted right backs. We actually have some really positive scout reports, but right now it's not going to happen. I will be surprised if we get an actual proper left back. Now, we wanted one, that was the plan, but that got dropped pretty quick. The only one I can see happening other than Mosquera is Hato. Now, Hato can play left back very comfortably, and there's also a very competent centre back too. All good, yeah, 100%. Absolutely fine. We need Saka right wing depth, just not Madueke. I would have liked another opinion option, really. I just don't know who else you can get. This is the thing. I don't know who else we can get. We're not going to get Kudu because Kudu wants to play first team football. And you're not going to get that when you got Saka there. So there's that one gone. I just don't know who else you want. I suppose you could take a punt on Dibbling, but Dibbling wasn't very good last season, let's be honest. So, and in all fairness, he's very raw compared to what Madueke. Madueke has played under 21 level and done very well at under 21 level. I don't have a major issue with this. We need just not Madueke. Fair enough. Horner going to Alpine or Ferrari or two. I certainly don't want Vlahovic anywhere near my club. I'm not saying we're interested, but who knows? If we sign Eze and Rodrigo, what happens to Waneri? Well, he's going to sign a new contract. That's for definite. Do we loan him out? Possible. Any chance of Sesko and Tonda? No, not in my opinion right now. I'll be very surprised. I think Sambi. Bear in mind, I do want to say that this very clearly. Gyokeres and Sesko are still both in green. Berta's breaking all records for having 2 targets in green. I don't expect this record to be broken again anytime soon. But anyway, I think Sambi should be given an opportunity in the 8 or double pivot. Playing him as a single pivot doesn't get the best out of him. Let's not burn out Rice. We've got enough because we've got there's many options. Sambi doesn't want to be at Arsenal. That's the fundamental issue there. Sambi doesn't want to be at Arsenal. So I think that kind of rules out anything that even any of us want to do. He just doesn't want to be there. Yes, 100%, all three. Totally. I have no idea. I don't have nothing to do with kits. It's not really my business. It will come out when it comes out. I'm more looking forward to the white one, to be honest. I don't particularly like the blue one. Do you see us spending 300 million this summer? I can see us spending a lot of money. Yeah. The exact amount, I think it will be very close to 300 plus. So, yeah. Why would anyone want Horner? Not even good team principal since Newey left. Blah blah blah. Horner is only good at dark arts. I don't. As you know, I don't like him. Big up to Helen. I disagree on that he's a poop Chelsea player personally. I disagree personally. You're entitled to your opinion, but I disagree with that one. Are the plans or timescales to get? No, not right now. Obviously, we're more interested and concerned about other matters at the moment. So right now, no. I'll get back to you once I know anything more. There's a large section of our fan base that will never be happy and have something to complain about. 100%. Is the hand of Arsenal guy legit? I personally don't like him. I'll be honest. Don't forget he's the one that released Mbeumo to Arsenal. That was never going to happen. He was someone that we liked, but that was it. I did say that a right winger was needed at the time. But no, I'm not the greatest fan of him personally. Look, you support and like whoever you wish. But he's not someone that I personally like. Carlisle wants us to pay for the app. Jesus. That's mad. Oh, God. Welcome to English football. I was hoping we would get a here we go for Gyokeres. I remember last time you said regarding Sesko that there was a hold up for him to be confirmed. Now, I'm not worried about this one right now, though. Just be patient. If nothing's happened by Tuesday, I will get the answers and I will tell you what the problem is. Because I don't really care because it's doing my head in now. I'm calm about it all, but it is doing my head in. So if by Tuesday's show, if it's not been done, then I'm going to get the answers and I'll tell you. Simple as that. I haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. People, please don't be worried it's in fact the 10 or 14. Just please don't worry about that, because that's not happening. I think fans will relax once we get a striker. Yes, they will. Would have thought a decade ago, Mark Hughes in National League. Exactly. Hang on. Stupid thing. Agree. 90% just don't agree on some players who rates, etc. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And look, I don't expect people to agree with me. I'm quite privileged that I have a massive system where I can look at players. So I use my system and I use my eyes. So I will like a lot more players than a lot of people do. No, he will be part of. So he'll be under 21s, but also play part of our squad as well. So you'll see him on the bench now and then. Once transfer was done, me and Bobby will 100% agree with each. Oh, 100%. I know you explained later regarding, but briefly was the issue Leipzig agent Arsenal. With the Sesko one. So the Sesko one, it's Leipzig. Nothing to do with agent, nothing to do with Arsenal, Leipzig. So simple as that. Right. I think that is me done. Big up to the 1,900 people currently watching. Really do appreciate it. I will be back Tuesday. It's probably going to be a daytime stream again. Just a heads up for everybody. So it will be a daytime stream. But yeah, I will keep everybody informed as much as I humanly can. But yeah, try and enjoy your weekend. It will be a big one, just so everyone's fully aware. Because don't forget, we fly out to where do we fly out? We fly out somewhere on the 19th of July. But yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Speak to you all later. Take it easy. Ciao for now.